Morning, everyone. My name is Jay Sean Kent. I'm along with Ethan Gatson and Dexter Reddick. We're talking about the AC Model Age, continuing on part three. So the answer 12.8. So right now we're discussing the durability of four different golf ball brands. You have the Alpha, you have the Beta, sorry, you have the Alpha, the Best, the Century, and the Divot brands. So we're trying to see which one has the best durability out of all three. So first thing is there like a big significant difference between any of them? So first, we have our null hypothesis, which is there is no significant difference in the durability of four golf balls. Then we have the also hypothesis, is a significant difference in durability of four brands of golf balls. So our test coming up forward. So basically, I already did the results and everything but the test. We're trying to find out what the big difference is between the balls. So we're using the one-way Nova test with a level of significance of 0.05. After doing quick math and all the good stuff about, we found out that the F statistic is 4.08 and the p-value is 0.013. And we came to the decision that the Alpha and Divot brands have significantly lower durability than the Best and Century brands. That's what 12.9. 12.9 basically asks us basically draw everything out. So firstly, we showed have rejected the hypothesis, the null hypothesis, and all population means were equal. We can seek a pair of roots for different population means. So this is our chart here showing everything that we did. And this chart here basically shows calculations that are graphically presented in the graph, basically between the Best and Century. Sorry. This compares the Best and Century, how it went. This compares the Div and Alpha, Century versus Alpha, the Best versus Alpha, and then Div versus Century. Now, this chart right here shows calculations that were made. It's basically our output. And this chart over here is basically our final graph showing, it shows our count, mean, standard deviation, and our 95% confidence interval.
So for 15.6, we found out that B1 equals 144.85. This indicates that for every dollar increases the enterprise industry's price for fresh, the demand for fresh is estimated to decrease by 144,850,000 bottles. Then B2 equals negative 5.98. This indicates that for every $1 increase in the average price for competitors, similar detergents, the demand for fresh is estimated to increase by 5,980,000 bottles. This is likely due to the substitution effect, where consumers may switch to fresh if competitors' prices become higher. B3 equals 13.83. This indicates that for every 100,000 bottles increase in enterprise industries advertising expenditure for fresh, the demand for fresh is estimated to increase by 13,830,000 bottles. This suggests that advertising has a positive impact on the brand. Also, this prediction suggested that enterprise industries can also expect to sell around 1,768,000 bottles for fresh in the future sales period, given the price competitors' price and advertising expenditure set at the specified levels.
So for 15.14, we did a regression analysis of the fresh detergent case. We saw the total variation, unexplained variation, and explained variation. Total variation was 13.458587. Unexplained variation was 1.43. The explained variation was 12.03. For R squared, we did the explained variation divided by the total variation to get 0.93613. And for the R squared adjusted, we did 1 minus parentheses 1 minus our R squared, which is 0.893613 times our degrees of freedom, 29 divided by 26 to get 0.88. For our SSE, it's the sum of squares error, which is 1.431813. For the S squared, it is the mean square error, which is 0.05507. And to get S, we did the square root of 0.05507, which would give us 0.23467. For our F statistic, we did the mean square model divided by the square error to get 72.796841. To our p-value at a 0.05 significance level and degrees of freedom 326, our F critical value would be 2.957. And we saw that the p-value is 0.000. And since the p-value is less than alpha, which is 0.001, we have significant evidence that H null, B1, B2, and B0 is false, and that we have sufficient evidence that at least one of X1 and X2 is significantly related to Y. Thank you for your time and listening to our case analysis.